On the beach is Keikoa Owai. Keikoa, how was it out there, bro?
It's tough out there, but caught a couple good ones. The bigger ones just seem to just kind of whitewater out, so the in-between ones try to get those ones. Yeah, I've been lucky to get a couple good ones, get some turns in there. That heat was pretty tough, going up against Aaron and all the other guys, big wave riders. I just got lucky to get a few that was connected all the way through to the West Bow. I kind of wanted to get smaller. I'm out of shape, so whatever it is, whatever happens, happens. But it's all good. That's it.
Coming right back.
Kiahi Diaboit setting up for the tube on this one. Oh, Kiahi getting crunched by the lip. No stranger to tube rides. He's been here on the North Shore for quite a while. I saw some great footage of him on a 5-hour session at Backyards, getting some pretty good barrels. If you guys out there are not friends or fans of Kiahi Diaboit's fan page, I would go to Facebook and like his fan page right now. He's got some amazing footage. Really nice stand-up paddle surfer making his way back out. See a set approaching. I've got young Riggs Napoleon with me here in the booth. This is Anthony Vela here with Riggs Napoleon, one of the youngest competitor here in the Sunset Beach Pro. Riggs, how you doing this morning?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing pretty good, thank you. How'd your heat go last night? You were out there at 15 years old at maxing Sunset Beach. Tell us about your heat.
Yesterday I managed to get a not bad wave in. It was kind of hard for me, the conditions, windy, so hard to get into them, but still managed it. But got to do Ripple Charge, so looking forward to it.
That's the great part about the Stand-Up World Tour presented by Waterman League and Starboard, GoPro. All the surfers get 2 chances to surf, first and second making their way into the third round, third and fourth into the Rapid Charge. Here we are with Riggs. Yeah, say hi to your fans, Riggs.
What's up?
Looks like we've got a paddler taking off prone, perhaps losing their paddle, breaking their paddle.
That's my dad.
Oh,
that is my dad.
That's Aaron Napoleon making his way in. How cool is that for you, Riggs, to be able to surf Sunset Beach, to watch your dad in a heat? How cool is that, Riggs?
It's pretty amazing, just watching my dad out at Sunset Beach, take notes, I guess you can say.
We've got scores coming in. Ayrton's first wave coming in at 2.85. Ayrton, your first wave was 2.85. You also got a 0.75 for that secondary wave. Total heat score of 3.6. Kiahi Diaboit's 2.25 for your first wave. Ayrton taking off again out the back. Riggs, take us through this one.
I'm not taking you through this one.
We've got Ayrton cutting back. Paddle transfer. Catching his third wave of the heat. Bottom turning. Nice off the top. Oh, just coming unstuck. Looked like he was going for a 360 or some sort of progressive maneuver. That's red.
Oh.
Peyo just getting obliterated by that one. Peyo waiting for a bomb set wave, and he got it, but I think it got him too. Well, Riggs, thanks for joining us up here. Riggs will be coming up in the Rapid Charge. I think he's going to head down to the beach. Say congratulations to his dad, Aaron Napoleon, coming in from that heat. Aaron Napoleon will make his way through the next round in the Rapid Charge.
Right on, Anthony. I'm out of here.
We've got a replay of Ayrton's wave. See the spray coming off the top. Nice cutback. Ayrton goofy footer coming off the top again. Cutting back in power source of the wave. We've got live action Here, blue up and riding. That's Noah Yap from Hawaii. Noah coming off the bottom, setting up for a big turn. Noah with lots of speed, deciding not to hit that lip. Good decision. And white, Keahi Diaboitz up and riding. Keahi with a nice, smooth, powerful top turn, making it look easy. Off the bottom, boom! Keahi throwing some spray on that one. Paddle transfer, cutting back. Paddle transfer again. Keahi really milking this wave all the way to the inside. Standing up, paddling away from that one. The judges will really be impressed with his maneuvers out the back where it counts. As we wait for those scores to drop in, we've got 16 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in heat number 10 here in round 1 of the Stand Up World Tour at Sunset Beach, presented by Turtle Bay. Looks like we're setting up for a replay. Keahi, you can see how Keahi switches his hands with the paddle, setting up for a nice off-the-top move, throwing some spray, using his back leg to extend and really show some power. Another nice off-the-top from Keahi. Again, paddle transfer showing the judges that he's able to use his paddle to help maneuver the board with a nice style. As we have a set approaching, this is Anthony Vela here in the booth with Rocky Cannon.
Yo, yo. So just getting a little chat with the judges, and they are informing us that with these conditions, size matters. So that is part of the criteria. They want to see the guys charging the big ones. And, of course, you know, they will be scoring maneuvers as well, but the size will factor into the scoring criteria, as we do have 14 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in this heat. Looks like Ayrton Cozzolino able to get a couple scores, but it's Keahi Diaboitz with that last score of an 8.0. And I heard you commenting on the turns he was doing on the outside. So Keahi comes in with one of the better scores of the morning so far, that 8.0. Ayrton Cozzolino is in second. He needs a 6.01 to take the lead. Noah Yap's in third. Noah needs a 4.35 to catch Ayrton. And Peo Lizarazu still needing a score to come through here, but he'll need a 7.1. I saw Peo do a radical backhand turn this morning before the contest. And he is a former finalist out here, and he's got a really, really powerful backhand approach here at Sunset.
We'll look forward to watching him catch one of these set waves. He attempted to paddle for one, but it was a bomb, and I think a little gust of wind just held him at the top of the lip, and he was not able to make it down the face of the wave. Peo is in red from France, but up and riding, we've got Ayrton again taking off on a bomb, dropping down deep, setting up off the top. Ayrton setting up for some speed, staying high on the wave, dropping down to the bottom, just pulling out in front of the wave. I think that one was a little soupy, as we've got Keahi taking off again. That one kind of fattened up for Keahi, who is currently in the lead with a high heat score of an 8, high heat wave score of an 8, with 5 or 6 incredible turns.
And if you haven't done so, we need Heat 11 to check in. Zane Schweitzer, Poyanike Rioja, Brendan Rose, Mikey O'Shaughnessy. Heat number 11 should be checked in and ready to go.
And Rocky, we've got sets continuing to approach, breaking all over the place. Ayrton's making his way in. I'm not sure what's going on with Ayrton, but he's approaching that treacherous Val's Reef section that you continue to talk about, which is playing havoc here in the morning at Sunset Beach.
Yeah, with the low tide, it is very, very shallow. It's could be detrimental to your your board and body if you get caught too far inside. And Ayrton sitting on his board. Not sure if he's checking his face to see if he's bleeding. It looked like he was touching his lip and looking for blood. Not sure if he got struck by one of his pieces of equipment.
Yeah, I think.
And continuing to check his lip. And he's up on his board and moving, so that's a good sign. Back out to the lineup goes Ayrton. 11 minutes, 20 seconds here in heat number 10.
Ayrton's last wave coming in at a 3.7, combined with an earlier wave score of 4.25. Ayrton, you're in second with a combined heat score of 7.96. Kiahi, you're in first with a 10.25. Noah Yap in blue with a 6.5. He needs a 4.2 to move into second place. And Peo with his one wave score of 0.35. He needs a 7.6 to move into second place, which is well within his range if he gets a wave. You talked about his turn earlier here this morning in warm-up, telling me a story about his backside surfing. We look forward to seeing it, and all those tuned in on the webcast. You guys are treated to one of the best webcasts we've here, not just because I'm here, but because of the live heat scores. It just continues to improve. Here we are with Rocky Cannon. I'm Anthony Vela.
And we're watching heat number 10 and some exciting action like this right here in white. Kiahi Del Bois already with an 8.0 and snapping it off the top, cranking a nice top turn there. And back to the bottom for another slashing turn, throwing a little bit of tail. And Kiahi really laying it on the line here for heat number 10. Carving nicely, nice paddle transfers there, and he kicks out clean. So he'll back up that 8-point score, currently counting a 2.25 for his backup score. I think he might be able to improve on that. We'll have to wait till the judges turn the score in, though, to really see what's happening. And on the outside, you see blue on your screen, and that's Noah Yap on the hunt for some kind of big score. He's currently in third place.
We're just approaching 9 minutes. Just approaching 9 minutes left in heat number 10 of 12 in the first round of the Stand-Up World Tour. We've got Kiahi Del Bois with another wave to add to his point total. Kiahi staying busy, looking comfortable here at Sunset Beach. On screen, you see waves continuing to crash. We've got a nice big set approaching. I think Peo caught inside again. Noah Yap paddling. Noah drops into this one. Looks a little bit mushy at the takeoff, but Noah trying to look for a big maneuver on the inside. Nice cutback by Noah Yap in blue from Hawaii. Driving down the line and smartly pulling out, straightening out and getting swallowed by the whitewater. But Noah, I don't know if that's going to add to his 2.75 or 3.75, but at 16 years old, Noah Yap is really showing his experience out here.
Yeah, we started it again.
Peo Lizarazu from France up and riding on his backside with speed. Nice turn under the lip. This wave is really lining up for Peo. Nice paddle transfer off the top. Changed paddle. Another nice off the top. Changed the side of his paddle while he was doing an off the top turn. That will show the judges his incredible use of the paddle, switching hands while doing a maneuver off the top in the critical section of the wave. Now he'll make his way back out with Noah Yap.
That was a pretty nice combination of turns for Peo Lizarazu. So smooth, and he surfs with a lot of power too, does the Frenchman. And look for him to improve his positioning. Currently in 4th place. We'll see how that score turns in, but you had to know that he was going to get at least a good one, at least one good one. And having a little bit of a shocker here in 4th place, but like we said, 3rd and 4th going to a repecharge round, so they'll be able to surf again. But this is heat number 10 with 6 minutes, 20 seconds, 6:20 remaining. And we want to remind you on the beach and our viewers, we're starting a new contest for the Winner's Circle, the SUP, the SUP Winner's Circle, presented by Turtle Bay Resort. Go to turtlebaysup.com, and we'll tell you all about that as soon as we finish watching the rider in white, which he's done. And there's Zane Schweitzer getting ready for his heat coming up. But turtlebaysup.com, enter there. It's free to enter. You can win flights for 2, luxury hotel room at Turtle Bay Resort, full adventure passport to explore all the activities of Turtle Bay, a welcome meal at the Turtle Bay new Kula Grill coming opening in April, and a Turtle Bay swag package and free SUP equipment for the week. And you get a free guided day from myself at the Hans Hiedman Surf School. I'll be taking you on a free tour if you are the winner of that contest. So go to turtlebaysup.com and enter the contest there. You can win a trip for 2 to Turtle Bay right here on the North Shore. How's that?
Trip for 2. And did you say free? That is my kind of price, as Heat 11 is making their way out for the next heat upcoming. We've got a set approaching. Keahi Diaboitz paddling for this one. Rocky, take us through this one.
And here goes Keahi pumping into this wave. It's going to let him in, and he's up and riding now with a long wall ahead. Down the line speed. Looking for some scoring potential. Nice bottom turn there. Cracks the lip, up and over, and lands on his board, almost colliding with his board in the whitewater. So we'll hope that Keahi's okay, but talk about going for it. He knows he's got an 8-point ride. His backup score is a 7.5. That's one of the highest heat totals we've seen in the last 2 days. And so he went for it on that one, trying to push the limits and take it to the next level.
That was definitely pushing the limits. Keahi, no stranger to high scores, scoring the first 10 ever in the Stand-Up World Tour at at Huntington Beach a couple years ago, showing a complete package of power surfing and aerial surfing in one wave, scoring the first ever perfect 10. Here's the replay of Keahi. I think he was just trying to get barreled and then just decided to crank one off the top. You'll see the air just coming under his board, landing on his back.
Oh, and then here he's in the whitewater, continuing sliding on his back, and his board is just mere inches away from him, holding on to the paddle. And that just gives you an illustration of the potential danger and the hazards of stand-up paddle surfing, especially in these extreme conditions.
Oh, what a great shot by our cameraman here for the webcast. What a
Chinook.
great view of that was a nasty wipeout.
Yeah, that was. And there's a Chinook helicopter making its way across Sunset Beach here on the North Shore. Got to say mahalo and hats off, much respect to our men and women in the armed services that allow us to live freely and compete and stand up paddle here at Sunset Beach. On the outside in blue with 2 minutes and 50 seconds, this is Noah Yap, the youngster from Maui, carving a nice cutback on that opening face right there. And looking for more down the line. Big bottom turn, a nice top turn. And yet another scoring opportunity with a roundhouse cutback. So Noah, currently in 3rd place, needs a 4.21, Anthony. This is going to be a close one. We'll see if he can sneak up past Ayrton Cozzolino and steal 2nd place.
Rocky, that wave really lined up for Noah. He was able to get a few different turns on that wave, showing his versatility with power surfing, and then crank that one off the top.
And we'll see what the judges think, you know, being the fact that size does matter. Last score of Peo Lizarazu was a 6.5. Peo still in 4th place. He needs a 1.45 to get up into 2nd. So he is right on the heels of Ayrton Cozzolino with 1 minute, 40 seconds remaining.
And we see one of the bigger sets of the day approaching. This is a giant set, catching Peo on the inside.
Oh, my goodness. This is definitely the biggest set of the morning. Look at it feathering way outside. And just be aware, down near the shoreline, this one could surge up the beach. Just be heads up, be alert down near the shoreline. These waves easily approaching the height of our scaffolding here. So if you can imagine a wave 3 stories tall bearing down on you, you have to get a good deep breath before going under that one.
I think everyone likes to know how big, Rocky. So what would you call that set? What is your...
I would say Hawaiian size, it is in the 10 to 12 plus. And that would be 20 to 25 feet face. And look at this big shore break mounting up. The tide is going to be rising as well, so it'll contribute to the high surges coming up the beach throughout the day.
What a great shot of our competitors. Just at this point, they're just trying to stay safe, get out of this heat. All of the competitors will have the opportunity to surf again with 10 seconds. We'll count you down in 5, 4, 3, on the buzzer, 1. That's Peo Lizarazu getting, I believe, getting a wave at the buzzer. Yep. Continuing to surf this wave all the way in. Peo, I believe, only needing a low score to... 1.45. He only needed a 1.45 to move into 2nd place. That was a big wave, which the judges are looking for, but it didn't have a whole lot of wall to work with. But he's surfing this wave all the way into the beach. The judges will have their work cut out for him, as we had a very close heat with lots of waves ridden, as we'll have this next heat on standby. And this is just Keahi Diaboitz making his way in from the last heat. Keahi will remain your heat winner with a 15.5. Keahi with an 8 and a 7.5. And a number of other smaller scores. Staying busy, getting lots of good waves. He'll try and make his way in safely as the competitors set themselves up for this next heat. Heat number 11. It's going to be a fun one. We'll count you down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right on the buzzer, that looks like Mikey Shaughnessy from the Big Island. Milking this one to the inside, off the top. Mikey setting up for a little hit off the whitewater. He'll paddle back into the channel and get ready. We've got Brennan Rose in blue, Po Nike Raioa in white, and Zane Schweitzer in red, heat number 11.
So results come in. Peo Lizarazu able to get that score, Anthony. Keahi Diaboitz in 1st, Peo Lizarazu in 2nd, Ayrton Cozzolino in 3rd, Noah Yap in 2nd. So great job. You know, Peo is one of those guys, he's got great instincts. I don't know how he knew he needed a small score, but he got that wave with mere 10 seconds remaining and went from 4th to 2nd place. So great instincts there for Peo, and a good job by all competitors.
What a great heat with lots of exciting waves ridden as we have. Looks like Cannot tell who that is. It's so tough to see coming off the top. That's Po Nike, I can tell on his Nash board now. Off the top again, driving down the line. One of our young competitors. Whitewater just gobbling him up. He's managing to stay on his board and out the back up and riding.
Oh, just a quick ride there, I think, for Brennan Rose. As green, Mikey O'Shaughnessy's wave did not count. It was before the horn. And we saw Poinike Rioja. He was our junior champion from day number 1 at Turtle Bay. The Tahitian paddler from French Polynesia. And he did very well at Turtle Bay, putting on a great show. Now he's going to try his skills in the big surf against the big boys.
He was absolutely ripping, but with team manager Chuck Patterson at your side, I think he'll be all right, and he'll catch some good waves here in heat number 11. Poinike Rioja, the winner of the Nakamakai Youth event at Turtle Bay. Along with the women's event, we saw some great surfing at Turtle Bay in challenging conditions, and we have challenging conditions here today at Sunset Beach.
Yep, challenging is a nice word to describe these conditions here, as we have 22 minutes and 12 seconds remaining in this heat. We're going to take you down with a surfer from the last heat in the white jersey, the winner, Keahi Deaboitz.
How'd that heat go for you out there?
Yeah, that was really fun. It's one of my, haven't really surfed Sunset too much. I've managed to get a couple and get 2 cleaned up and got some pretty good scores, so I'm stoked.
And you kind of a little bit used to conditions. You've been here for a while in Hawaii now?
Yeah, I've been in Hawaii for a while now. I'm definitely getting used to the bigger, more powerful waves, and it's good fun out there. Can't wait for my next heat.
Some really good, just like rail surfing by you. Is that what you were looking for? Ways that could do some better training opportunities?
Yeah, I just kind of tried to pick up a couple of the more little smaller inside ones, and they seem to line up a little bit better, give me a little more opportunities for turns, and I think it paid off.
Right on, good job. Thank you.
Cheers, thank you.
All right, Keahi, nice job out there. Up and riding in red, this is Zane Schweitzer. Zane going deep, nice carving turn off the top, and fits yet another turn in there, the Maui boy. With the goofy foot stance, standing with his back to the wave, working this one all the way through to the inside, and out the back it is blue. That was Brennan Rose with a quick in and out as Zane finishes on the inside. Looks like green. Mikey O'Shaughnessy thinking about it. Nope, no ride. Next heat, please check in. Heat number 12, the last heat of men's round 1. Sean Pointer, Pomai Ho'opili, Bullet Obra, and Giorgio Gomez check in for heat number 12.
Zane Schweitzer making his way back out. Saw Zane just before his heat. One of the friendliest and nicest guys you'll meet, but he had his game face on preparing for Sunset Beach.
Oh, yeah, this morning he was all business, and he's out there now with the wave under his belt. First score for Poinike Rioja was a 4.25. First score for white, a 4.25. Stand by for the last score of red and for blue. Here we go on the outside. Just a quick wave check for Poinike as, hey, you guys are sitting and enjoying the stage. The camera's on you. Wave to the camera. You're on TV. How's it? How's it? Good morning. Aloha kakahiaka. Double shaka. I seen him over there.
Got green, that's Mikey up and riding, and again, just a quick in and out. Mikey taking a look at a few waves. Brennan Rose is paying the price for that last inside wave that he took. Brennan, no stranger to getting pounded and taking some licks on the head.
And he is being washed in through that impact zone. Meanwhile, Mikey Boy O'Shaughnessy on a smaller wave. Lots of white water on the face, but he's going to make the most of it. Nice carving top turn. Off the bottom, off the top one more time for Mikey O'Shaughnessy from Big Island. So he is traveling here from the Big Island now, makes his home here on the North Shore. Originally from the Big Island. We got several Big Island boys in this event that we'll be showcasing later on. Ikaika Kalama, Kainoa Hawani'o, a couple of those guys. Hawaiian Water Patrol, Clifton Botello says, what's up? How's it?
We've got Mikey O'Shaughnessy making his way back out with Zane Schweitzer and Brennan Rose, and all by himself out the back. Nike pulling into this one on his Nash board, driving down to the bottom. He's on a bomb, cutting back. That one a little bit fat, but he's still going to milk it to the inside.
Don't kick out right there.
Continuing to milk this wave. Setting up, dropping down. We saw him get barreled at Turtle Bay the other day. Nice off the top. This is going to be a great scoring wave to add to his total. Continuing this inside section, really, bam!
Wow, impressive stuff from the youngster, Nike Raioha. Round of applause for that young gentleman right there. That was great stand-up paddle surfing. Well, and also great wave selection. You saw him really pumping and milking through that flat section to get that kind of a, he kind of got two waves in one right there. A 2-for-1 special, we call that in Hawaii. But he got the outside turns and he pumped to the flat section, then came in front of us here in the judges and performed yet more turns. So look for that to be a good score for Nike. Last score coming in for Brennan Rose was a 3.9. As we watch the replay, that second effort from Nike really putting it on rail right there, and then the wave got steeper, and his bottom turn just got even more wicked, and right there just cranked it one time off the top, and that's not an easy turn to do in that section of the wave.
That was absolutely sick, and the bonus to his 2-for-1 special is he kicked out of that wave clean, is now in the channel and paddling back out fresh while the other guys were getting pounded.
Yep, no impact coming to the head of Nike on his way back out. Last score coming in for Zane Schweitzer, a 4.45. Zane is currently in third place. Zane needs a 4.96 to go to second. Second place held by Brennan Rose. Brennan Rose has a 5.5 and a 3.9. Mikey O'Shaughnessy, green, is in fourth with a 0.65 and a 3.0. Mikey needs a 6.4 to go to second with 15 minutes and 50 seconds remaining. And the last score for Nike Raioha comes in at a 6.9.
At a 6.9 combined with his 4.25, he'll move into first. Brennan Rose moves into second with a 9.4 combined heat score. Brennan's got a 5.5 and a 3.9. And I give him an extra point for taking about 20 waves on the head.
If there could be scores given out for the amount of donuts received, he would be the winner of the heat so far. On the outside, watch this exchange. It is red, Zane Schweitzer. And he just needs a 4.96 to go to second. So he cranks one off the bottom, off the top. The wave getting a little foamy, but he's got a nice section to work with. A nice snap there for Zane on his backhand. And continuing on the inside. Meanwhile, on the outside, it is Nike. How is he on another wave? Oh, this is green. I'm sorry. This is white. This is white. He is back out there already. So you said it, Anthony. He really got out there in a jiffy, ending on the wave over there.
And Brennan Rose, huge turn off the top. Oh, Brennan coming unstuck, maybe over the falls. Brennan showed some aggression on that turn, I'll tell you what.
Yep, and he was aggressive up against an aggressive wave, and the wave got the better of him on that one, but he's back up on his board. He's okay. So Nike, you said it, Anthony, kicking out and then getting back out for another wave very swiftly. as he kicked out clean in the channel. Zane Schweitzer also kicking out clean on his way back out. Stand by for the last scores of red, white, and blue.
That means green, Mikey O'Shaughnessy is by himself out the back as this set approaches. But it looks like Brett, oh, that is Mikey, dropping off the bottom. Nice turn under the lip. This one is really setting up for him. Mikey driving down the lines, crouching down, maintaining his speed, getting past that section. A little check turn. Mikey's just going to make his way into the channel. Another turn off the top. He's done with that one, but he's stoked to catch another wave.
Well, and he's stoked to end the wave off in the channel here. You can see the channel is clearly marked to the left-hand side of the break. Oh, I spoke too soon. He got one on the head. He didn't quite make it far enough. But the object of these surfers to make it out clean is to get as far to the left as they can or to their right and paddle out where there are not too much waves breaking. And Mikey on that last wave looked like he was a little bit stuck behind the section. Couldn't get out far enough in front to make a significant turn. So that will probably keep him in 4th place. Meanwhile, an important score coming in for Zane Schweitzer in 3rd. Yet to come in. We'll update you when we receive that on our screen. And time remaining in this heat, 12 minutes and 20 seconds. Heat number 12 should be getting ready. Sean Pointer, Pomai Ho'opili, Bullet Obra, and Giorgio Gomez. You guys should be checked in and ready to go.
Giorgio Young Ripper from Florida, along with sister Izzy Gomez, who competed in the women's pro at Turtle Bay, along with the Nakamakai youth. So Izzy getting in a bunch of heats here in Hawaii.
Yep, and she did quite well at Turtle Bay. I was impressed with young Izzy.
At just 13 years old, in those powerful and tricky conditions at Turtle Bay, she definitely did very well. Shout out to the Gomez family. As we have White up and riding. That's heat leader Poi Nike again, showing his experience with wave selection off the top, driving down to the bottom. Poi Nike is really choosing some good waves. Nice little layback turn. This one looking like it's going to continue to give him a wall to work with. What an incredible wave. Another turn off the top. Bam! This one's lining up. He's going to do something crazy here. Setting up for a... Nope, he's going to kick out. He's going to play it smart.
Oh, man, I was going to look forward to like some kind of boosting aerial maneuver, but I think energy and equipment is on his mind as well. He's currently sitting out in 1st place. His previous score to that wave was a 4.8, so that helped his score a little. And we'll see what he scores on this last wave that we just saw. With 10 minutes and 40 seconds, last score for Zane Schweitzer still yet to come in. Couple of scores coming in for Brendan Rose, a 1.65. Not going to help his cause, but he's still in 2nd. But we're standing by for the last score of red Zane Schweitzer.
I'll tell you what, Brendan Rose is 1.65. Had he landed that critical turn, that would have been a big score. So the judges really showing his positioning and giving points for the size of the wave, even though when he attempted the maneuver, fell off. He was really showing what the judges want to see here.
Yep, and you said it also. If he would have completed that turn, it would have been in the excellent range. But judges are looking for the maneuvers in the critical section of the wave, and also completion of the maneuver is very, very crucial. So you must ride out of the maneuver and continue riding. As we see red, Zane Schweitzer on his 3rd scoring wave, snapping under the hook. Gets a little lip on the back. Nice positioning there for Zane. Cranks it one more time off the top. So going high at the lip and really putting some nice cranking turns into that wave. Zane Schweitzer in red. His last score, his previous score, a 3.8, so he's still in 3rd, needing that 4.96. So Zane Schweitzer currently in 3rd place, needing a 4.96. Brendan Rose in 2nd. Poi Nike in 1st. Mikey O'Shaughnessy is in 4th place, looking for a 6.1.
That last wave by Zane Schweitzer, host of the morning show, that was absolutely sick. He rode that wave so well and made it look so easy.
Yeah, he was cranking off the bottom and then went really high at the lip for those turns. He wasn't anything mid-face. It was all near the lip surfing.
That was what we like to call north and south surfing, going straight up and straight down.
Yep, and here's a replay. Nice cranking turn under the hook, and then this next one just goes straight off the bottom square and then snaps it high off the top, throwing lots of spray out the back. Nice turn there for Zane Schweitzer. Finishes with yet another little roundhouse cutback for turn number 3.
We're in heat number 11 of the first round of the Stand-Up World Tour at Sunset Beach. Setting up and paddling out is heat number 12. That will complete the first round, and then we'll move into the repechage heats. Those competitors finishing in 3rd and 4th place in the first round move into the repechage, get a chance to surf again. You get 1st and 2nd, you go straight to the 3rd round.
And that is always a welcome thing, especially with conditions like this. And we want to let you know that we are broadcasting live on standupworldtour.com. Just click on the live feed button, and you'll be treated to live coverage. And if you're watching down here on the beach and you want to send a message to someone back home, get out your phone, give them a call, or send them a text message. Tell them to go to standupworldtour.com, and they can see what you are enjoying. I don't know if your relatives or friends, some of them might be a little bit jealous. So I don't know if you want to let them know exactly what you're doing. But if you do want to poke a little fun at them and say, look at what I'm watching live on the beach here, you can tell them to tune in to standupworldtour.com. That's all one word, STANDUP, worldtour.com. On the outside, way out there, is blue. Brendan Rose deep on the point. Gets one turn off way outside and now is surrounded by whitewater, just trying to survive and get to the channel to paddle back out. But yeah, get on your phone and let them know to check you out or check out what you're watching live on the beach here at Sunset Beach on the North Shore of Oahu. Beautiful day. The sun now peeking through the clouds and providing great lighting for our photographers and for our live web coverage. But it's a pretty nice clear stream on the web. So if you want them to tune in, you can show them what you're watching here. Possibly get in front of one of our cameras and we can see you on TV. All right, last score for Zane Schweitzer, a 7.5. Zane goes to first place. First place red, Zane Schweitzer. Second place white, Poinaiki Raioha. Third place blue, Brendan Rose. Brendan Rose, you need a 6.21. And Mikey O'Shaughnessy in fourth, needing an 8.4. And there's a nice shot of the beach. Wave to the camera. You're all on TV down there. Yep. Yeah, Shaka. All right. Yeah. Enjoying the sights and sounds live here on the beach at sunset on the North Shore of Oahu. Oahu's fabled North Shore, as quoted by Turtle Bay Resort. Up and riding on the outside. Mikey, no, this is white Poinaiki Raioha. The roundhouse cutback. Big foamy section to deal with, and he kicks out. 5 minutes remaining.
That last wave that Brendan Rose got out the back, he was so deep on that one, and it was big. He did a really sick turn. It didn't line up for him, but we'll see what the judges give him for that one.
Yep, he had the size, and he did a turnout on the outside in the critical spot, but like you said, unfortunately could only fit one big turn in there, and he was super deep. I couldn't even believe he was taking off way out there that deep. That was kind of in no man's land for the most part. But here's Mikey O'Shaughnessy with a late drop. He needs a big score of an 8.4, so he's got to really make some magic happen here with 4 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock.
Mikey ripping this one. We're going to have some great highlights from today that you can tune into later. All the video guys putting together a nice piece. Mikey's still ripping this wave. Nice turn off the top. banking off the whitewater into the channel, paddling away on his feet. What a great wave for Mikey.
Well, and we talked about guys coming from different disciplines into stand-up paddling, and Mikey's one of those guys who is an excellent shortboarder. He competes here regularly in the HIC Pro and the local contests around here on Oahu, and making the transition to stand-up paddling. So you can see little remnants, and he's just, you know, and I'm a conventional surfer too, and it is something you have to get used to, is having that paddle in your hand and using it as a rudder, as a style kind of extension of yourself. So you can see some surfers using it a little easier than others, but Mikey Boy, coming from a conventional surfing background, showing a great transitional skill there.
He's definitely making that transition, making his way from the trials into the main event. The best part about that is you get into the main event, you get 2 more surfs, even if you don't come first or second in your heat.
Yep. So these guys all will surf again, no matter what, and it'll just be a matter of if you're surfing in round 3 or round 2. Once again, the top 2 surfers of this round get an automatic berth into round 3, and the bottom 2 surfers will be surfing in round 2, which will be coming up later today. Actually, we're going to start round 2 as soon as we finish our next heat. We're rounding out this round 1 with heat number 11 with 2 minutes 25 seconds. Then we'll get into heat 12. Then we'll be getting into round 2, heat 1. As we see white, Poinaiki, little whitewater takeoff, has to hold it steady. Big bumpy takeoff. Great job of holding on there for Poinaiki. And this one, however, not much wall in front, no critical section, so he will likely not better one of his top 2 scores unless he can do something very spectacular on the inside. But you see how that one just shouldered off and provided only cutbacks, so nothing super critical for Poinaiki, but nonetheless, he gets to the channel, and we'll have a clean paddle back out for maybe one more with 1 minute and 40 seconds.
I'll tell you what, I am very impressed with this kid's ability to read the ocean. He has paddled away from every single wave, if I'm not mistaken, on his feet and into the channel. Definitely doing a lot less work than all of the other competitors in this heat.
Yeah, wave knowledge is on display for the young Tahitian paddler surfer Poinaiki, and he's able to steer clear of most of the big waves, and all the while doing a lot of good surfing on the waves that he's caught. 1 minute, 5 seconds remaining. Zane Schweitzer in first, Poinaiki in second, Brennan Rose in third, needing a 6.21. And last score for Mikey O'Shaughnessy was a 4.0, and here he is up and riding, needing a 7.7 now. Nice top turn, slashing off the face of that wave, pulling in the barrel, tucks under. Let's go with one hand to stick it up in the face. And on the outside red, Zane Schweitzer with 35 seconds. Zane just a quick ride there, but how about Mikey letting go with one hand to do a little roof tickler move?
That was sick. The judges will enjoy that one. I know the fans here on the beach enjoyed that. If you guys enjoyed that last wave by Mikey, give him a round of applause for that barrel.
Yeah,
got a replay for you.
On the replay, you see him moving up, moving his feet to the inside, and he just got under the lip right there for a slight cover. So good job by Mikey O'Shaughnessy. Great display of skills and wave knowledge.
That was sick.
Counting down. 3, 2, 1.
That concludes heat number 11. We'll wait for the last scores to drop in. These are the competitors making their way in from the previous heat. That was some incredible surfing. Again, we are going to have so many sick highlights for the fans later today.
And we're standing by for that last score of Mikey O'Shaughnessy. It was an important score. Needed a 7.7. He was currently in 4th place. So we will stand by.
Looks like we've got a set approaching. Competitors, we're still on hold for a start. Still on hold for heat 12, the last heat from round 1. Still on hold for Heat 12. Shout out to Al Patterson. Patterson, fine announcer up in Oregon. We're counting down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's the start of Heat 12 with Sean Pointer from the U.S. in red, Polmai Ho'opili in white, Bullet Obra in blue, and Giorgio Gomez from Florida making his way through the trials in green.
All right, so that starts heat number 12. Calling heat number 1 of round 2 to check in. I believe it is Leko Salazar, Yuri Dabrikow, Chuck Patterson, and Tamil Martino.
First wave of the heat. We've got Polmai up and riding. He's already done a couple of turns out the back, kicking out of this one. He'll start his account with a nice scoring wave.
Polmai Ho'opili, part of our Hawaiian Water Patrol team, doing water safety duty and also doing some surfing on his stand-up paddleboard. He's a North Shore local boy, born and raised right here, actually just about 100 yards down the beach at Rocky Point. As you see, Zane Schweitzer, the winner of the last heat, making his way in. Good job. Great surfing from Zane, as well as Poi Nike. And all of this, Brendan Rose, Mikey O'Shaughnessy, everybody doing pretty good in that heat. It just came down to that backup score. And Zane Schweitzer had a nice score on his backhand. And we'll get an interview with him shortly on the beach. Just want to remind you to go to turtlebaysup.com for your chance to win a trip for 2 to the North Shore here at Turtle Bay Resort. And you can win trip for 2, a free welcome meal, a free adventure pass to do all of our activities at Turtle Bay, and a free stand-up paddle lesson or tour with myself and the gang at Hans Wiedemann Surf School. And we do have Zane Schweitzer standing by downstairs. Zane, good job. Tough conditions, but you pulled it out. Nice heat, bro.
Oh, the heat was a lot of fun. Yesterday was pretty much perfect sunset. I mean, I only surf here a few times a year, but just from watching and hanging out with all the locals, sound like we were blessed to, once again, for the 4th year in a row. And it's, yeah, just super happy to be out in the water with a bunch of my close friends. And Paul and Nike, hats off to you, man. You've been surfing really good. It was an honor to surf in the heat with you. And yeah, we'll be seeing you guys throughout the event. Plenty more waves in action to come. And yeah, all right, aloha.
Right on, Zane Schweitzer. Congratulations. Good job to everybody in that heat. And we saw some rides from Polmai Ho'opili. He was up and riding again with another nice little wave. So first score for Polmai coming in at a 3.5. Standing by for the second score of Polmai Ho'opili.
That second wave was really a nice wave that we saw the tail end of it in between the interview with heat winner Zane Schweitzer. Zane absolutely ripping. He's got his game face on, focused to improve on his finish from previous years here, making the finals.
Yep, and we saw a shot of Bullet Obra having to do the bail action, diving forward under these big waves. Of course, these stand-up boards are not duck diveable. They are too thick, so when a wave breaks in front of you, you have no choice but to dive off and trust your leash. We saw Justin Holland with not a bad strategy of using 2 leashes on 1 foot. And here we go on the outside, Sean Pointer. And on a big, nice wave, big bowl behind him, he carves back into it. This one getting really foamy on the face on the inside. So he'll have to work hard to stick his rail in, and just as I suspected, it was going to be difficult there to hold the rail with all that foam.
That one was really foamy, and he took off deep. With a few more waves coming, we'll see if Sean can make his way out the back or if he's going to have to do some work diving under the waves like you just talked about. We have a replay. Look at how deep he's taking off, and this wave is just jacking up. But here comes the foam, like you said. Sean coming off the top, paddle transfer, making that one, but it was a second turn where he came unstuck. You can see how bouncy it is. Sean doing a great job to get that first turn in, and then just coming unstuck with the wind and the foam on that second turn.
20 minutes remaining. 20 minutes. Stand by for scores.
We are so stoked up here in the booth, and those of you watching are watching the first of its kind live heat scores here at the Stand Up World Tour presented by Waterman League. Thanks to Tristan Boxford, Maddie Schweitzer with the camera angles, Hawaiian Water Patrol, Terry Ahui, everyone who's making this webcast possible.
Yep, and of course Hawaiian Water Patrol is doing a great job keeping all of our competitors safe. And mahalo to you on the beach for joining us live. This is the best way to enjoy the event. Toes in the sand, trade winds in your face, and you all are on camera down there. You're on TV. Wave, hello, hey, yeah, all right. There's the spectators on the beach enjoying the action here. I'm sure this is much warmer than where you are visiting from, so welcome. Anybody from the Northeast is probably extra happy to be here with blizzard conditions hitting the Northeast as we speak. Saw some shots on the news, and I would be not alive if I were in those conditions. I have very thin Hawaiian blood, and when it gets below 70, I'm already got my beanie and snow jacket on.
Sean Pointer dropping into another one, cranking off the top, setting up for something big. Nice under the lip check turn, trying to pump with this paddle and get speed. Dives / falls off his board.
Yeah, that served as a dual purpose right there. That wave was done, but the chop hit his ankles, and he just catapulted forward and got under the wave, and he'll head back out for another score. 17 minutes and 50 seconds. Pomai Ho'opili in the lead. Pomai with a 4.0 and a 4.75. So Pomai with a two-wave score of 8.75. He is in the lead. Sean Pointer with his first score coming in at a 5.6. We'll stand by for his next score.
And we saw in green Giorgio Gomez getting a nice wave. Giorgio getting a nice wave from Florida, making his way back out. And out the back, looks like we've got Pomai again, cranking a second turn off the top. Pomai, part of the Hawaiian Water Patrol, dropping down. Nice goofy foot backside, boom, off the top. Pomai Ho'opili really getting a good one. All the way to the inside. One more turn, hitting the whitewater.
Looks like he's got his samurai hairdo. One of two Hawaiian Water Patrolmen in this contest. Of course, defending champion Bonga Perkins is on the jet ski right there, tossing a paddle in for, I believe, for Sean Pointer. And Sean needs a new paddle.
That's Justin Holland sprinting, showing his foot speed. There to give Sean Pointer a new paddle. In these conditions here at Sunset, we've got a number of leashes, paddles, and even our first broken board this morning. Sean Pointer dealing with the shore break. I can attest to the difficulty of the shore break. I took about 10 of them on the head. I believe I was the first competitor to break his leash. Thanks to the Hawaiian Water Patrol for getting me to the beach safely, reuniting with my board. Thanks to my caddy, Candace Appleby, having my leash ready. Sean Pointer making his way back out. And you are allowed to paddle prone when there is safety issues, and you'll see Sean Pointer making his way out.
Oh, you see the paddle. It looks okay when you hold it still, but when you shake it like that, it's got a pretty good crack in there. Not able to move you forward, so he needed a new paddle. And he got one, and he's heading back out as we speak. And for the rules here of this stand-up paddle world tour, you must be standing on your board as much as possible. And the judges are making note of how much you are standing on your board. If you are prone for too long, you will be deemed an interference. So there are rules as to how long you need to stand up and paddle here at the Stand-Up World Tour.
Justin Holland, starboard team rider, showing his foot speed, getting Sean Pointer his new paddle after he broke it on a pretty nice wave. We're still waiting for his score to come in. It looks like it is in at a 3.35 to combine with his 5.6. Sean Pointer, you're in second with a total heat score of 8.95. We've got Po Mai still in first with a combined score of 11.35. Giorgio Gomez, the judges gave him a 2.5 for his first wave. He needs a 6.45 to move into second, and still waiting for Bullet Obra in blue to catch his first wave.
Well, and that last score turned in by Po Mai Ho'opili was his best score, a 6.6. The last score of white Po Mai Ho'opili. So he's looking good so far in this heat, 14 minutes. And heat number 1 of round 2 getting set to hit the water.
As we see Chuck Patterson getting ready to paddle out. Chuck, no stranger to big waves, paddling in at that epic session in Jaws about a month ago. Oh, we've got a bomb set approaching.
Wow. Speaking of Jaws, there's a huge set on the outside. Ladies and gentlemen, for a wave to break way out there in that deep of water, that wave has to be taller than our scaffolding here. So if you look at our scaffolding, imagine a wave eclipsing that height and crashing right in front of you. That's how big these waves are. And that one is mowing through the lineup. Our competitors, I think, are just trying to steer clear and dodge this wave. Beware near the shoreline, as we do have high surges coming up the beach possibly in the next few minutes. Just be aware of your small children and your belongings.
This set is macking. It reminds me of that one earlier where Arsen got, no, I believe it was Peyo from France who got the inside wave on a big set to get a score that he needed to advance through his heat. So even some of these in-between waves from the giant sets will give these competitors scoring potential. This is Sunset Beach, ladies and gentlemen, on the beach. This is what these competitors came from all over the world to surf these waves, to have the opportunity to surf in a safe environment with the Hawaiian Water Patrol looking out for everyone as we're going to make our way into the rapid charge heats coming up. And we've got taking off out the back.
This is Po Mai Ho'opili in white. Couple of turns already, now fading to the bottom. Nice high line turn right there for Po Mai, getting speed down the line through the foamy face. And bottom turning and staying near the pocket is Po Mai Ho'opili cutting back into the white water. Meanwhile, out the back, Hawaiian Water Patrol having a jet ski ride just to make sure everybody's doing okay. So Po Mai Ho'opili currently in first place. We'd like to thank our sponsors, the Waterman League, Turtle Bay Resort, Starboard Paddleboards, GoPro. The new Hero 3 is out now. And Amp Energy, keeping us fueled and focused here. Also, mahalo to Pacifico, as well as Malibu Rum, and Maui Gym Sunglasses. Mahalo, among many other sponsors. And we have 11 minutes and 5 seconds remaining in this heat number 12. And we'll be getting into our next round, round number 2, coming up next. And just a reminder, no swimming here today. Very dangerous shore break, extremely strong currents, and high surf. Please refrain from swimming today. If you're looking for safe swimming, you can head up to Turtle Bay Resort, just 5 minutes down the road. And they have a beautifully protected cove. Believe it or not, you can swim all year round at Turtle Bay Resort. And there is safe swimming there for all ages, all skill levels, right in front of Ola Restaurant, just on the east side of the hotel. Thanks to our new owners at Turtle Bay, free parking for everybody and free access to the beach over there. So go ahead and take advantage, of course, after you've got your fill of spectating the world's best stand-up paddlers here at Sunset Beach.
And what a great place, Turtle Bay, to learn how to surf, to learn how to stand-up paddle surf, to have an expert there to teach you the basics so that you can really enjoy being out in these Hawaiian waters. We've got a number of people setting up their chairs and coolers on the beach, getting ready for a fun day here at the Stand-Up World Tour at Sunset Beach. Stick around on the beach. We've got some fun prizes from Maui Gym to give away later on. So if you stick around, you might go home with a nice Maui Gym hat.
Yep, we got a water bottle, we got a visor, we got possibly some T-shirts on the way. Also, we may have the Turtle Bay crew coming down to give away some Surf of the Bar gear. They were here yesterday giving away free raffles. All you had to do was submit your name, and we were drawing names all day long. On the outside, way out there, is Giorgio Gomez briefly, and he kicks out in front of that huge West Peak.
Giorgio's sitting way deeper than the other competitors. Looks like he's got a little bit of a different positioning strategy, but it's got him as 2.5 so far. Red up and riding. I can't tell if he was trying to go left. I think he was. And we'll see if he is able to get back out without taking this one on the head.
And if you on the beach have any interest at all in stand-up paddling or surfing, of course we're not going to put you out in conditions like we have today, but on the North Shore there are little spots on the inside and very, very safe surfing and stand-up paddling areas such as Turtle Bay that if you would like to stand-up paddle or surf during this time of year, we can still accommodate you in a very, very safe environment. Just head over to Turtle Bay at the Hans Siedemann Surf School, and I represent the Hans Siedemann Surf School as well and the North Shore Guides Club. But go there and talk to the people, and they can hook you up with a stand-up paddle lesson or a tour and also a surf lesson. We have very safe places to go, even on days like today, but you have to go to Turtle Bay and check it out and inquire at the Hans Siedemann Surf School. All ages can have fun. We have really nice, big, stable stand-up boards. We got nice, soft-top, stable surfboards. So if you want to get in the ocean and have a good time and have an adventure, come on over to Hans Siedemann Surf School at Turtle Bay Resort, and we can surely accommodate you 7 days a week, 365 days a year.
And we've got Giorgio Gomez taking off again, really deep. Giorgio in green with a nice turn off the top. Giorgio again banking one off the top. A little bit of a smaller wave, but he's still managing. Little chop hop showing his youthful exuberance out there at 18 years old.
Yeah, definitely a youthful guy. And now he finds himself in a precarious position with this wave just about to crank him. He puts one finger in the air like, yeah, I'm going to get donuts. Here we go.
You know, Rocky, I want to touch on what you were just saying about being safe when taking these lessons. And I think safety is such an important part when coming to Hawaii, and that really helps you have fun with what you're doing when you're under the guidance of an expert like yourself.
Yeah, you know, it is, like you said, safety's number one, and of course number two is having fun. And I'm just busting rhymes right here if you don't mind. But safety's number one, number two is having fun, and we can do that at Turtle Bay. And you really want to be comfortable in the ocean. Having an expert with you helps your confidence. It helps your comfort, and of course teaches you all about the ocean and the conditions of where you're doing your activity. But it's very important to go with somebody with knowledge and with the skill to keep you safe, and that's what we provide at Turtle Bay Resort.
As we wait for Giorgio's second score to lock in. Sorry, Giorgio's fourth wave score. He's got a couple of insiders with a 2.5, a 1.0, and a 0.5 on previously ridden waves. that last one he got might be a little bit better than a 0.5. We'll wait for the score from the judges as we're approaching 5 minutes and 25 seconds with a bomb set approaching again, Rocky.
And a nice shot of our beach spectators there enjoying the action in the sun. And a little bit better contrast on the shot there. Was a little bright and white, but now we are nice and refocused. And look at these waves cranking in the foreground with Hawaiian Water Patrol looking on. And on the outside, this is blue. Looks like Bullet Obra. Oh, actually, that's red. Sean Pointer. And Sean getting some props from Daniel Terry in Jacksonville, Florida. Yeah, Sean with a couple nice paddle transitions and nice couple of carving turns back and forth. And he paddles to safety. Meanwhile, on the outside, I believe it is Bullet Obra. Bullet from Hawaii. And he carves a nice couple of turns there. And this one kind of fades quickly. He's pumping, trying to make the next section. You see him paddling and using that oar as a propelling device on the wave, as well as his legs. And he does make the section and gets another nice turn in there before that wave fades quickly into the channel.
Nice wave by Bullet Obra on his opening wave. With 3 minutes and 45 seconds, he knew he had to get as much out of that wave as possible, and I think he did, like you said, using his legs to connect with that second section and also getting out into the channel for an easy paddle out.
Yeah, he's in fourth place, so he has got his work cut out for him if he's going to advance into the third round out of this heat. He needs an 8.95. I don't think that'll be the score there, but he'll help his cause, and he'll be able to chip away at that big score and possibly just need something small to get into second place. But heat's not over yet. The other guys, Sean Pointer and Pomai Ho'opili, are going to continue to pour it on. 3 minutes to go.
And the great part about the Stand-Up World Tour is that these competitors that get third and fourth in the first round, they still have the opportunity to surf again, like I said earlier. And I just think it's so great for the fans, the surfers themselves, and the spectators to watch these surfers maximize the waves ridden today.
Yep, especially, like you said, size matters. Those bigger waves are going to score well with the judges. Of course, they're looking for the nice big turns in the critical section of the wave. 2 minutes and 25 seconds. Heat number 1 of round 2 headed out to the water on standby. And this should be an exciting round 2, because in this round 2, it is win or go home, so to speak. So if you don't get in the top 2, you're finished for the day. So these guys are going to be really going at it in this round 2. It's one of those repo rounds where the aggression and the hunger is just really apparent with all the athletes.
And everyone wants to surf another heat here at Sunset, so I think they're really going to be pushing it and trying to do the best maneuvers they can and catch the biggest waves as they can. We know Chuck Patterson will catch some big ones. Leko Salazar, current world champion. We've got Red up and riding that Sean Pointer again. Nice turn off the top, dropping straight down to the bottom. Sean really showing some good wave positioning on this one. Another off the bottom. Oh, and out the back we see Giorgio Gomez as Sean's on the inside, but Giorgio taking that one steep.
And deep. And just a little too deep. Not able to find the open face, so minimal score coming in for Giorgio Gomez. Won't be enough to take him into second place. 1 minute remaining. 1 minute. I don't know if he got it there. We'll see. We know that third and fourth is going to be
45 seconds remaining in heat number 12, last heat of round 1. We've got Pomai Ho'opili, heat leader, with a combined heat score of 11.9. Pomai really got a lot of good waves with a 3.75, 4.75, the high heat score of a 6.6, and a 5.3 on his last wave. As we have Blue up and riding, that's Bullet Obra off the top. That was sick. Paddle transfer, nice spray. He's, bam, nice little foam climb connecting all the way in. This is a great wave by Bullet Obra with 3 really big, powerful turns.
Counting down. 3, 2, 1. Stand by for the last score of Bullet Obra.
Here's a replay of that wave. Rocky, take us through this one.
Nice bottom turn. Exposed one of his fins. That's how much on the rail he was. And throwing a lot of spray off the top. And really carving on the rail back and forth was Bullet Obra in blue. And he needed a 5.6 to catch Sean Pointer, but Sean also got a wave in the closing minutes. And we'll see how these scores shake out.
Bullet's Rogue board was ripping on that wave. Rogue team rider along with Aaron Napoleon and Son Riggs. Arsen might have been surfing a borrowed board after we saw his board break earlier today. We are on hold for Heat 1. We're on hold for this next heat. As you see, waves continue to approach. 3, 2, 1. That's the start of the Heat 1. Judges really doing a great job of trying to lock in scores and start the heats when there's sets so that we can bring you the best waves ridden. We've got green up and riding. That's Tamil Martino. Tamil just getting a quick one on the inside. Boom, we've got Leco Salazar on a nice wave. Leco in red, our current world champion with a little cover up. Leco handling that inside section still on his board and off. I would love to see a replay of that inside section of Leco getting a couple of nice turns, as did Tamil Martino catching a wave. We've also got Chuck Patterson in blue and Yuri Derbical from Brazil in white.
We need heat number 2 to check in. Alex Salazar, Mo Freitas, Benoit Carpentier, and Jamie Sterling, as we're watching that replay that you requested here. And this is Leco, world champion, getting a little bit of a chandelier right over the head right there. Holding on tight. Meanwhile, on the outside, yet more large waves approaching. And our surfers just trying to position themselves, mostly not to get pounded by these waves, but also trying to position themselves to maybe take advantage and catch one of these monsters. And here we go, pumping, paddling, bouncing, trying to get into this one. He does. That is Tamil Martino from Peru. So one of our only Peruvian paddler, and he pulls through that end section. And just a heads up on the beach, we could have some high surges, so be on alert near the shoreline. Just make sure you grab your cell phones first, grab your kids second. The kids will still work after getting touched by some salt water, but the iPhones will have a hard time functioning after getting a douse of Pacific Ocean.
Nice shot of the Hawaiian Water Patrol keeping all our competitors safe and keeping the competitors safe on the professional surfing tour as well, working all of the waters of Hawaii. They were just at the Volcom Pipe Contest where you were commentating at. Some great waves a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, yeah, that was an exciting 3-day event, 1, 2, 3 days in a row, and like something like 5 10-point rides over the course of the 3 days. Lots of 9s and 8s. And here we go. This is Tamil Martin staying busy, doing the same strategy as some of our other competitors, catching the big ones and then looking for one in the middle to sneak out, not only for positioning into the channel, but also getting some scoring in there.
Yeah, as we saw yesterday, some of those inside smaller waves really gave the competitors opportunities to do some very progressive maneuvers. Some of our top competitors like Kai Lenny really showing some off-the-top airdrops. We saw great tube ride.
Kala Alexander had an awesome tube ride. If you had a chance to watch that on the highlight reel, man, he was deep, disappeared, and came out. And a lot of nice rides turned in yesterday by several of our competitors, or by a lot of them actually. And those guys are catapulting into round 3. Right now we're going to get through round 2. We've got 6 heats of 4 competitors in each heat. The top 2 will advance to round 3. The bottom 2, well, good news is you can travel to another spot on the North Shore and surf because you'll be out of the contest here, but lots of action yet to come for the rest of the day. We're only at the 11 o'clock hour. So just about 5 more hours of action here. Result of the last heat was Pomai Ho'opili, Pomai Ho'opili, Sean Pointer, Bullet Obra, and Giorgio Gomez.
So we'll see Bullet Obra and Giorgio Gomez moving into the repecharge round 2.
And we're going to take you down in a minute to the beach for an interview with the winner of the last heat. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention now to the beach and to Pomai Ho'opili.
Pomai, how'd that heat go for you?
It's pretty fun. Everything you can expect out of Sunset. Big and gnarly, and just gotta move, keep moving.
And every year you seem to do really good out here. I mean, is the Sunset a good way for you? Do you surf here often, or?
The whole reason why I surf this event is because it's in my backyard, you know? Kind of anything you can do to get a couple waves along. This event's perfect for it.
Right on, man. Well, great job out there, Pomai. Thank you.
Right on. Thanks, man.
Good job, Pomai Ho'opili, winning that last heat and advancing into round 3. And we're going to take you back down to the beach with the second place finisher of that last heat in the red jersey, Mr. Sean Pointer. Daniel Terry says, what's up?
Dactyl, man.
So Sean,
It's important. I love it, Dactyl. What's up?
showing a good heat for you out there. I saw you take over on a monster wave in the middle of the heat. How'd it go for you?
Yeah, it's good. You know, a lot of surf out there. Obviously swells up, and I mean it's really good out there. There's some waves lining up, and tide's low, so that kind of end bowl, the west bowl is really doing it. Yeah, it was kind of up and down the heat for me. It's like my second wave in. I was on this wave, did a turn, and came into the inside and gave a stroke to my paddle and actually snapped the blade in half. So I had to like rush to the beach and grab another paddle, and it's kind of hectic. But yeah, it was a great heat to start the event, and just glad to get out there and some room for improvement for sure coming into the next heats and whatnot, but I'm looking forward to doing that. Yeah, I'm excited.
Perfect. Thanks, Sean.
Thank you.
All right, good job, Sean, and thank you for that interview. Back to live action in the water. You see the competitors making their way back out to the lineup. Currently in first place, the man in red, Leko Salazar, his first score of 4.0.
We've got Chuck Patterson up and riding off the bottom. Boom, Chuck cranking off the top, driving down the line for speed, pulling off the top of that wave. Chuck just opening up his account with a nice couple of turns. Chuck is the team manager for the Nash team. How great for those kids to be able to have the experience of Chuck Patterson. What a stacked team. Kai Lenny, Casper Seinfeld really ripping yesterday. Yeah.